transfer, grew up in Memphis, played 4 years of college basketball at Memphis State, and now University of Memphis, along with a guy named Penny Hardaway. He came to UNO this past summer after serving as Deputy Athletic Director for External Affairs at Northeastern in Boston. He's held leadership roles at both the NCAA Division I and Division II institutions, including serving as Director of Athletics on 2 separate occasions. And of course, as mentioned, he's now at the University of New Orleans. It bears the city's name, doing an excellent job, and they're getting set to unveil their basketball seasons, men's and women's, and really looking forward to that. Get out and see the Privateers. Please give a warm welcome to Tim Duncan of the University of New Orleans. Tim?
Thank you, Ken. I appreciate it. Thank you, Quarterback Club, for allowing me to come and speak today. I was a pretty good sandlot quarterback back in my younger days, and that's about as close as I got to the real field. James, congratulations. That's really awesome, man. I saw you had a book scholarship from Harvard. I went to the Harvard of the South, University of Memphis, so we have that in common. And I also had a 36 on my ACT. I took it 3 times at 12 each, so we're almost the same. I'm really excited to be here. I want to talk to you today just a minute about why I chose to come to University of New Orleans. First of all, University of New Orleans did a national search. They had a search firm that plucked me out of Boston, thank goodness, because I'm a Southern boy. I was born and raised in Memphis. I lived in Houston, Atlanta, North Carolina 2 or 3 times. I've lived in other cities throughout the South. So to live in Boston for 1 year was a great experience. I got there in May. It was awesome. By February, I was crying, and I didn't love it as much. But it's a great city with a lot of history. I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, so living in enemy territory with the Patriots was not that fun. But they're a great organization, has a great sports culture there, so I did enjoy it. But when the search firm reached out to me, there were certain things that I thought initially that I wanted to learn more about University of New Orleans, and I was pleased. One was our president, Dr. John Niccolo. The first thing that I knew that he was a former football student in college. He played at Bucknell School in Pennsylvania, high academic institution, and he's an engineer by trade. So to have a president with a unique perspective of having gone to study hall, worked, sweat, lift weights, balance academics and athletics is somebody that I knew I wanted to get to know better. And I've gotten to know him. He's even better than I would have guessed, because he gets it. He's just a smart guy. He's hands off, but he's really intense. He set some high goals. He told me that he wanted us to dominate our conference and go to the NCAA tournament and win. I mean, who doesn't want to work for a guy who puts it out there like that? So it made me fired up. The second thing is, back in the 1900s, I played for what used to be Memphis State, and we played the University of New Orleans. We played in Lakefront Arena against some of Tim Floyd's teams. So I had a chance to see 3,702 fans who were there on that night. Got a chance to watch a skinny freshman miss a couple of layups and get glared at by some seniors, but it was really a great experience to come here in a sister city and play on the Lakefront Arena. I've seen that place rocking, and I know we can get it back, so that excited me as well. And then thirdly, I'm from Memphis, as you heard. Memphis that's the only place I wanted to play. I had other scholarships, and I held out until Memphis finally offered me, so I was really excited about that. I thought it was really important. Let me back up. I grew up on that campus, basically. My elementary school was on the campus of what used to be Memphis State University. It's still there. My dad took me to practices. The head coach at the time was a friend of his from high school. He was a native Memphian as well. Went to the same high school that I went to. So I grew up on campus. I went to practices. I played pickup basketball behind the gym, so I didn't want to go anywhere else. And when I got here to New Orleans, I knew one thing that we were going to have to do. The University of New Orleans is synonymous with the name of the city, just like Memphis. So I've seen how powerful that is. I've seen how a community rallies behind the signature university. Yes, the signature university. So I've had a chance to watch that and see that, and it was powerful. And you can go to FedEx Forum in Memphis and see 18,000 fans there on a nightly basis, and Penny is going to have them rocking. And Coach Celeste, who spoke here a few weeks ago, probably isn't my biggest fan right now, because I scheduled us to go and play Penny and that team, but I want bragging rights from my old suite mate, so I'm expecting a huge upset. So New Orleans is synonymous with the name on his chest, and again, that's a lot of power in that. So we're able to take our message outside of the 48,000 alums that live in the city. Again, we have 48,000 alums that's in this city. Let's take a quick poll. Anyone here, can anyone raise your hand who went to University of New Orleans? Awesome, proudly, thank you. And anyone else raise their hand who had a family member, cousin, wife, brother, sister who went to University of New Orleans? See, it's almost unanimous, it's about 85%, and we get that regularly, of people who have some contact with the University of New Orleans. That's awesome, and it's really, really powerful. That allows us to take our message outside of our alums and talk to business owners, corporate folks, and so when I got here, I started a thing called 100 Meetings in 100 Days. And it's nice and it's cute and it sounds really cool, but it was really tough to do. We actually finished 100 meetings in 88 days. But I wanted to talk to people who were alums, people who weren't connected to the city, and it allowed me to understand the perspective. So a couple of things I learned right off. One, I learned that our fans want to feel relevant. And we needed a radio deal. So we were able to sign with Nash 106.1, similar to what Crescent City Sports has done. So we have a radio deal now because our fans wanted to be relevant. Nichols has a radio, of course Tulane and LSU have radio deals, but we hadn't had a regular radio deal in over 5 years. So again, we wanted to be relevant. So we checked that off the box. They said that we should become more integrated in the city. We need to be more synonymous. So we've done a couple of things. We don't call ourselves UNO anymore. We call ourselves New Orleans Athletics. So we can become more synonymous again with this city. We also, last year we did 2,400 community service hours. This year we're going to do over 3,000. Our baseball team was just at the Buddy Walk. We've had our basketball team, women's basketball team, and volleyball team. We're at Gentilly Fest. We're going to be everywhere. We want to be everywhere. It's more difficult if we put a billboard up and you ride by and see Coach Les, that's cool. But if you see Bryson Robinson, who's a first team all-conference selection at Gentilly Fest, and he asks you, will you come see me play? That's a more powerful ask. So we're looking forward to doing that as well. And then finally, sometimes when you take her a place, it's broken. We're not broken at all. We have great coaches. I talked about Coach Celeste. The men's basketball team is picked preseason #1 in the Southland Conference, which is awesome. Bryson Robinson, the kid that I just mentioned, he's first team all conference, but the best thing about him is that he's a tour guide. When you take your kids to UNO to get to see the campus, he's an admissions tour guide. Now, I wasn't even a very good college player, but were you a tour guide when you were LSU coach? Yeah, I mean, who does that? I mean, he's a great kid, first team all conference, and as a tour guide last year, and this year, he works at the front desk of the dorm. So when people come in to go to see their kids or, significant other in the dorm, he's the person that checks you in. I don't know who does that, but that kid is too good to be true. So we're really excited about that. Our other programs are doing really well. We have, even cross country, we have a cross country student athlete named Irina Kliskova. She has participated in 4 races this year, cross country. She won 3, came in second and a fourth, and got her PR on when she came in second. So we're really excited about what we have. Coach Blake Dean, many of you know from baseball, has done a wonderful job. So what I'm here for today is just to kind of make sure you know that the University of New Orleans is relevant. We've done successful academically last year. All of our student athletes collectively averaged over a 3.0. We're a rigorous academic program. We're successful academically. We give back in the community, and we need your help. We would love for you all to come to a game and give us a try. We love for you to buy season tickets or donate to the privateer club or be a corporate sponsor. We have all of those opportunities, but we want you to come and give us a try. Our first game is November the 5th. It's our homecoming too. So not only is our first game, but it's our homecoming against Spring Hill. So we want you to give us a try because we've done a great job of revamping our game day experience. We're gonna have a DJ, we're gonna have in-arena host who almost was the in-arena host for the Pelicans. Fortunately for us, that he didn't get that job, but we have him now. So we're gonna have a wonderful entertainment. The basketball is supreme. Hospitality is great. If you've ever been to our spotlights, Coach Scott Craig, who owns Katie's Mid-City, provides our meal there every game. There are, again, corporate sponsor opportunities. You can entertain customers, clients, family, friends there for a fraction of the cost that you could at Pelicans or Saints or any of that. So I'm really excited to be here. I'm fired up. I can't wait to get a chance to get more ingrained in the community, go and see some of these high school football and basketball games. And next year, my family's still in Boston. My son's a senior in high school also, and we wanted him to finish and graduate there. So I can't wait till my family gets here next year, so they can come and we can experience this together. But it's been a treat to be here. I'm really excited about the University of New Orleans and what we can do. And Coach Tulane's men's basketball coach started a Twitter war with us last week by saying that UNO was Tulane's little brother. Ed Daniels might have had a little something to do about that. But our privateer fans, as they do, they're resilient just like this city. They finished it and reminded them that the last time we played, he wasn't the coach. Coach Dunleavy was, but it was about a 30-point victory. So our privateer fans are really passionate about what we have. They're passionate about this city. They're passionate about our university, and we like for you to be too. So thank you so much for allowing me to come today.
Adjust the microphone.